Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to the match preview for Manchester City versus Everton. We're going into this game off the back, of course, a 2-2 draw at home to Spurs, a last-minute equaliser, and we're going to be going into this one with probably not quite as much optimism. I mean, Manchester City are the best team in the league. They have been for 3 years, and even though they're not top of the moment, they're kind of looking like they're getting back into the stride. And you know, what a time to face Everton, you know what I mean? It's sod's law, but we've got to just try and go there and give the best account of ourselves that we can. We're going into this with a few players sort of coming back to fitness, and then we've got a few games after this where we have a better chance of winning, put it that way, than we do against Manchester City. I don't think it gets much tougher than Manchester City away, but we're just got to try. I think I discussed this on the show the other day with Alex, that we wanted to just avoid getting some injuries in this game, and we're basically we're trying to avoid. We've already had a lot of bad luck with injuries this season, and we're already trying to get players back. Decore's still missing, and that's a massive loss. I mean, if he's got any element of fitness for this game, I would not risk him. It's more than likely going to be something along the lines of what we've seen in the last few games. It'll be, I'll hazard a guess, it will be a largely unchanged lineup. I don't see why he'd change any of it. Like I say, we gave a decent account of ourselves against Spurs, even though we were probably unlucky not to maybe even win the game. Even if it was, I'd say a draw was probably the right result, but we could have snatched it. But no one probably would have foreseen that. So if we can go and, you know, at least match that against City, we might have to raise our game a bit to get a draw against them. But I'm sure no one would argue with the draw at the Etihad. But yeah, personnel-wise, I think it would stay with the three at the back. Probably keep Ashley Young in the team. Nathan Patterson seems to have lost his place now. It's disappointing because he's the young player who we wanted to break through, but he hasn't really done it. So it'll probably be Young and Mikalenko with the three centre-backs. Idrissa Gana Gueye is undroppable after that Spurs performance, so he'll be in, no doubt about that. James Garner, and dropping Dwight McNeil into the third centre-mid position is definitely been a good move, because we're so lacking in that department at the moment. Andre Gomez has obviously been in and out of the team, done all right at times when he's been in, scored 2 goals, which is no more than all of other players have managed. But yeah, no Amadou Onana at the moment. Again, it's touch and go, and I say that in my terms, not Sean Dyche terms, which usually means about 3 months. But yeah, we're missing a couple of midfielders, very important midfielders. So sticking Dwight McNeil in there to try and shore it up a little bit, not a bad move at all. And then it'll be Harrison probably playing off Calvert-Lewin. And again, Calvert-Lewin's obviously not been in the best form, but he should really have had the goal on Saturday that Jack Harrison took off him. And he's been performing better than Beto as well, and Beto's kind of been off the boil a little bit. So I don't see why there's any reason why we should change up the team for this game. We've got a week's rest at least, so hopefully not too bad. There's a bit of debate on social media about whether we should rest players. I'm not sure if we're in a position where we've got the liberty of doing that, because our personnel outside of the starting 11 that we've got available to us just isn't good enough. So odds are it'll be an unchanged team, and you just got to hope that we can minimise sort of injuries and, you know, little niggles there that can maybe affect us in the games that come after that. Because again, this game was, as it so often is against Manchester City, and not just for us, for many other teams, it is about damage limitation really. It's can we, you know, try and snatch a goal? Maybe we can, but City are just so good at the moment, and we've seen how like they're playing their way into some very good form in the last couple of weeks. So, you know, it's all about hopefully just maybe one thing might go our way. I mean, we're talking about Everton here, so not likely, but if we can get a result, anything other than a defeat at City, then that'd be fantastic. But even if we were to lose this game, I wouldn't be distraught. Just please don't get any injuries, and, you know, then we move on to other games and we try and pick up points there. But we'll see how it goes anyway. City are themselves, like I say, they're back to full fitness. Haaland's back, De Bruyne is back. We saw it in the game against Brentford, where Phil Foden was at his best, and he was the man who really turned the game around against us at Goodison. So with the three of them and then a few others around as well, it's going to be a really hard game for us. There's so many ways that they can hurt you, but if we can be resolute at the back as we can be, and hopefully don't concede soft goals, as I think we did certainly for the Richarlison's first against Spurs. If we can be a bit more rock solid at the back and keep City out for a longer period, we might be able to get something. But again, even if we were to lose this game, the most important thing is don't get injured. Just keep players fit and then move on and try and get the wins that will move us up the table in the next few weeks. But we'll leave it at that anyway. Everton versus Manchester City, the early kick-off on Saturday afternoon, 12:30. Let us know your opinions going into this game. Get the comments coming in, give this video a like and subscribe for more content. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching on the Toffee Blues.